What are some bad experiences from Airbnb? Guest or host? Story time. So I'm going to read you a few stories. And I had welcomed a group of 8 young foreign men in the afternoon at a property located near the local nightlife. I gave them the usual welcome talk. Well, that's great. Of sights to see, closest supermarkets, and extracurricular activities. I found myself on my way to a 5-star review. Wow, that's great. So this is probably from a host. One of the guests drops the bomb that they are here for a bachelor party and asked if I have any warm words for the bachelor. I felt obligated to remind them of the house rules, which is no parties, I think. Let's continue. And that the neighbors expect to sleep. They gave me an angelic look that told me all was going to be fine. I usually don't mind if they are messy or particularly destructive. That's what the cleaning fee and deposit is for anyways. And we have a star cleaning and maintenance team. Wow, that's good. So he wasn't bothered about destruction or if they're going to make the place dirty and stuff like that. Okay, let's proceed. Though once they start disrespecting the community, it's going to be trouble. Yes. Once your neighbor complains, you're in trouble. It's going to be trouble with the neighbors who are not known for their patience. That's it. That's it. Anyway, fast forward, 11 p.m. and I receive a call from the neighbor saying that there is a disturbance at the property. Things are turning around real quick. I call up on the guest to ask what is going on. There is no answer. 11:15 p.m., second call from the neighbors and still no answer from guests. I'll be freaking out at this point. If I was the host, I think you could be freaking out. So, no answer still. So I'm going to have to go there. Well, 11:45, I arrive outside the property. And lo and behold, there are people loitering outside the apartment block. This is not looking good. Walk up to the flight of stairs, continuously seeing drunken youth on the banisters, and arrive at the property's entrance. One of the few times in my life that I lost my temper. Guests can do the unthinkable, something you never expect. All right. I lost my temper, started shouting at all the people. Must have been around 50 people. Oh, you didn't tell us the capacity of that apartment. How large was it? Okay, must have been around 50 in the large apartment to get out. I was going through the rooms to find the misfits who had booked the property and evict them. Yes. I finally found the person who had booked, and he was explaining that another person who lived in the country had organized the whole event. Huh? How can you organize the whole event and you don't let the host know? To add on, no parties were allowed at this property. They could have just booked an Airbnb that accepts parties. That was it. Anyway, we are discussing removing all the people from the property and canceling the booking with the person who booked here. It does not go well. Why? We finally ended the conversation with them, agreeing to return to the property at 6 a.m. once they have gone clubbing. Why did I let them return? The property was not damaged. The guests and their friends were petrified of the rage outburst and were unlikely to return. Okay, apparently they chased away the people who had come for the party. So now the guys who are going to come back are now the actual bookers, probably, and they didn't destroy anything. So 50-50, kind of agree. In addition, they were paying premium rates. Oh, dollar. And I doubt we would have been able to recoup the funds by evicting them peacefully. Finally, the pace de resistance was having reduced. The guest in the property to 2 persons, being a drunk girl, who kept insisting we had no right to evict her. This drunk girl had a lot of party. She did party after party and she was feeling it, you know. So I was in no position to entertain his request. But he shoves the phone in front of my eyes. And I'm watching the tiny bachelor being squashed by an overweight stripper. Oh, on the kitchen table. Woohoo! And the bachelor trying his best to escape from her clutches. I was still trying to act all annoyed by the situation, but it was hard holding back a smile. The guests behaved for the remainder of the stay, also having hosted over 15,000 guests. Oh my goodness, this is a super host. He knows the game. The reason their story is because they happen so rarely. So don't worry about your property. The above is unlikely happen to you. This was a cool story. Bonus tip, never enter such situations alone. Things could have quickly escalated, especially with a group of drunken persons. Experience has shown that the local police are willing to assist in such situations. Yes, if things definitely get out of hand, you're just gonna call 911. I don't know if that works in my country, but I'm guessing this is a Western country. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. This was such a story. You check in a few people and then you find 50 people. Only that he didn't tell us how much he could accommodate and how big the house was. I was so curious about that. Otherwise, thanks for sharing your story. This story was good from Quora. See you in the next one.